Case number 1, the pork chop stepdad scandal. In every courtroom, there are facts. There are emotions. And then, there are battles so chaotic, so personal, that even the judge has to fight for control. Today's case is one of those battles. A family divided, a child caught in the middle. And two women who share the same last name, but not the same version of the truth. One claims she's the responsible guardian. A stable home, structure, discipline. The other insists she's misunderstood. A mother fighting for her place back in her son's life. But what happens when personal drama collides with legal reality? What happens when accusations turn into revelations? And revelations turn into pure chaos? You're about to witness one of the most unpredictable custody clashes ever seen in a courtroom. A judge struggling to keep order. Two cousins fighting to be heard. And a 6-year-old boy whose future hangs in every word spoken today. So sit tight, buckle in. Because every second of this hearing will test patience, truth, and the limits of family loyalty. This is courtroom chaos at its peak. And trust me, you're not ready for what comes next.
I'm Judge Brian D. Woodard, and ma'am, you brought this case before me. Matter of fact, before I get started on anything, I see your both last names are Campbell.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken. So what is your first name?
Kelly Campbell.
Kelly Campbell.
Yes.
And you, ma'am?
I'm Rochelle, but you can call me Ro.
Okay, Rowan and
Kelly.
Kelly, okay. Yes. Kelly Rowan, let me go there, because if I forget it, because Rowan Kelly. All right, so let's get started. So go ahead and tell me about this.
My name is Kelly Campbell, the best project manager the city has to offer. Project manager the city has to offer. I brought my cousin to court because she's attempting to want to get involved in her son's life all of a sudden. But her choices, they're poor. She has childish behavior, and she's not taking care of her responsibilities. Simple.
She's not taking care of her responsibilities. How does she have children with you, or living with you, or?
She has a son, 6 years old.
6 years old?
Yeah, she has a son, 6 years old.
6 years old?
Yes.
And so what makes her childish?
She's just,
girl,
she
I'm grown.
be in these streets. She's
Girl,
from
Hold
grown.
on one second. We're gonna get to that
I'm
part.
real grown.
Okay, Miss Grown. One thing about it is grown people don't have to tell other grown people that they're grown. So just wait till I get to you, and then we're gonna go ahead and get this train moving. But I'm gonna get to you.
Yes, sir.
Miss Rowe. Yeah, R-O, really obvious. All right, let's go.
If
Let's
you
go.
could change the R to a H. But the point, what I'm saying is.
We're not going there, but go ahead. I'm just gonna go ahead and over like that.
Emotions are
I understand, but let's go ahead and get to.
Alright, let's get into this. Damn. So she took the baby from him after he got custody. That's wild. Let me tell y'all what's going on here, cause this case is insane. This man walked into court with full custody. Not partial, not joint. Full custody of his newborn son. You'd think the story ends there, right? Nope. Because the very next day, she shows up at his house and takes the baby. Now hold up. The judge is confused. The courtroom is confused. And honestly, so am I. So let's break this down. He's working a full-time job. He's taking care of the baby alone.
And get to business.
She's childish because she chooses to mix up her priorities.
Okay.
It's not flying, Your Honor. Her child, you know it's about 105 degrees. She has no AC. She has a gym fan circulating in the home.
The window was cracked. The window was cracked.
Ladies. Let me go ahead and get something straight right here, because I just wanted this to go smoothly. And I know how ladies are sometimes. Y'all like to talk and get your point across, and you're going to be heard. I promise you're going to be heard. But being heard this way is not going to fly. So let's go ahead and continue without any interruptions. Ms. Rowe, When it's time for you to go, I will go back to you, Miss Rowe.
Yes.
But for right now, please keep quiet. Can we do that? Let's get this show back on the road.
Thank you, because she's rude.
I didn't ask about what she is. I'm just asking you to go ahead and continue to tell me what you're going to do.
I stand corrected.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Let's go.
I apologize. As I mentioned, her 6-year-old is in very poor conditions. Circulating hot air with hot air is not going to fly. As I mentioned, the temperatures are high. She leaves a bowl of noodles.
He's doing the feedings, the diapers, the late night crying, everything. Meanwhile, she went 7 months without seeing that child. 7 months. And then suddenly, she wants the baby back. But wait, it gets worse. The man is paying rent. He's paying daycare. He's paying hospital bills. He's paying everything a single parent pays. Plus the expenses she was supposed to share. So the judge looks at her and says, "Where's your financial paperwork?" And guess what? She didn't bring anything. Nothing. So legally, the judge has no choice. Child support is set at minimum wage. That comes out to $219 a month. Plus medical coverage. Plus back pay of $1,533. Now listen.
She leaves a bowl of noodles, chicken flavor, for her son, Capri Suns that aren't refrigerated. The child is so behind educationally, all he know how to do is whoa. It's just a lot going on. I don't like it, and I am going to be the provider for her child. And that's it, point blank.
Okay, and Miss Campbell, what are you actually asking for before I go further into this?
Honestly, I want the full custody of her child, Caleb.
Okay.
And I would like her to pay me, since she wants other men to pay her. She wants other men to pay her. But that's what I'm asking.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there anything else you would like to tell me before I move on to Miss Rose?
I want you to see that she's truly childish, lax.
I didn't ask for insults. I said, is there anything that you want to tell me?
I didn't know that was an insult. It's really factual. No, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, see, this is going to be a challenge. Whew, don't you know? Miss Rowe, let's go. Continue this show.
Thank you, Judge. Okay, so they keep saying I'm crazy. Right?
Man is barely sleeping. He's working 2 jobs. He's trying to be mom and dad at the same time. And all he wants is help. But in the end, the court can't force someone to care. It can only force them to pay. And that's exactly what happened here. This case isn't about income. It isn't about who makes what. It's about responsibility. And the one person who actually stepped up was the one who shouldn't have had to do it alone. 3 cases. 3 completely different stories. But the message? The same every time. Some parents talk. Some parents post. Some parents promise. But real parents? They show up. Even when nobody else does.
Thank you, Judge. Okay, so they keep saying I'm crazy, right? They took my baby from me and gave it to her because I had a little date. I spent the block. I left him at the house by himself.
You spent the what?
The block. We went to Perry's. Me and this, he was tall, dark, and handsome. But I was gonna bring him a pork chop special bag. So I went on this little date, left him at the house by himself. I gave him some noodles, a Capri Sun, and they call themselves saying, "Oh, you can't leave the baby at the house by himself." I'm like, look, he was good. It was just for like 2 hours. I was gonna be right back, and I was gonna bring him back.
Wait a minute, how long?
Like 2 hours.
2
We had
hours.
reservations, so we was gonna get like 2 hours.
2
We had
hours.
reservations, so we was gonna get right in.
So you made reservations and you left your child with her for just 2 hours. Was it just for that night,
It
or
was
was it?
not 2 hours, Your Honor. It was 6
Okay.
hours
All right.
plus 2 bonus hours because
Okay.
she wanted to have a
All right,
rendezvous.
hold on one second. Okay, continue this. Yeah, this
Thank
is
you.
initial.
No
I really want to hear this one.
She think because she got a pool.
Well,
in her
I ain't
backyard.
worried about that. Let's get to the facts.
Okay,
Go ahead.
sorry. So I spent the block, ran to the Berries with the fella. You know what I'm saying? He was far. Okay. So look, I'm trying to get him a stepdad. I was gonna bring him back a pork chop special. Have you had one of them Paris pork chops?
You trying to get a
It's
step?
like one of them Paris pork chops.
You trying to get a
It's like
stepdaddy?
this.
Listen,
It's
you're trying to go and get a stepdaddy
For the baby.
for a pork chop with a pork chop. Is
no,
that
I'm
how?
gonna bring him the pork chop bag.
And so you expect him to be stepdaddy because you bringing the pork chop because you bring. I want him to be
I'm
my
bringing the
stepdaddy.
baby.
So maybe if I give him a pork chop, he gonna be my.
I'm bringing the baby back a pork chop.
Oh, the
He
baby!
said-
You bringing the baby a pork
I
chop,
went on
not
the
the
date.
man a pork chop.
No, the man was gonna buy the baby a pork chop.
Okay.
So I'm
Sadia.
taking care of him.
Hold on one second. Hold on one second, man.
So me and the man went out to dinner. I get back, they all, you're not supposed to leave your baby here, this and this and this.
What we just witnessed wasn't just an argument. It was a collision of responsibility, denial, desperation, and the harsh reality of what it truly means to be a parent. In the end, the courtroom didn't care about excuses. It didn't care about pork chops, Paris dates, broken AC units, or cracked windows. It cared about one thing: the safety and future of a 6-year-old child. The judge made it clear. Being a parent isn't about what you say. It's about what you do. It's about presence, protection, and priorities. The things this case exposed in brutal detail. One cousin came prepared with evidence. The other came with explanations. Only one left with the judge's trust. And that is the reality of family court. It's not pretty. It's not easy. But it's real, painfully real. If this case shocked you, if it made you think, if it made you question what true responsibility looks like, then make sure you join us again. Because this courtroom has no shortage of truth, chaos, heartbreak, and justice. This is Justice Unlocked. And here, the verdict always speaks louder than the excuses.